Not profound. Create coolness constantly. Check out my website, rolandtanglao.com/createcoolnessconstantly, or CCC. There I have resources for public domain photo sets and code that you can use, and that you can use to make money. Please make art. I have 3 sub-lessons. One is cool data. The second sub-lesson is cool blurry, and the third is cool beauty. Anybody know what's on this slide? You are all right. Each red dot, is a point in Vancouver where I have taken a photo of geotagged in the city of Vancouver since 2007 when I got my GPS. So I have 21,000 geotagged Vancouver camera phone photos, so there are 21,000 red dots on this slide. Before I get into my 2 examples of cool data, Anthony's from Erie, Pennsylvania. This is my first exposure to computers in Erie, Pennsylvania, Anthony. 1970s. Contrary to popular belief, the golden age of computing was not the 1970s when I first started learning about computers, but it is now. It is now that us, with our camera phone, multimedia phones, with an internet connection, with a computer, that holy trinity, we can contribute to a global internet consciousness of artists, visualizers, and just pure beauty. So I've taken my coding and my data that I've learned since the 70s and applied it to the cool data that you're going to see in the next few slides. So, I see you can't really see it. But if we had proper blackness, you'd see that this map is the same map as the first map, and it shows the contours of the Vancouver coastline. It's dark and beautiful. Data is beautiful. This data is brought to you by my camera phone, the Flickr API, the CloudMate API, and a little bit of code from me. So, if I go to the next slide, now it's more familiar. I added the streets designed by the first cool data hackers, the mappers, the Canadian and British mappers. Can anybody guess what the paths with the greatest number of red dots on this map are?
Bike paths?
SkyTrain. Well, change your life, ride a bike.
Bike paths.
It's my bicycle paths. So I'm addicted to bicycling. This is the Woodland Bike Path in East Vancouver, circled in yellow. Central Valley Greenway, and 3rd Science World and Carroll Street Greenway. So, and the 4th, of course, is Gastown. What? So I have, in previous years, I've had the obligatory Obama slide, but that's all passé. So now I have the obligatory CSI Star Trek moment, Gastown, magnify, zoom, 3,700 photos. So this is a zoom in of my 3,700 out of 21,000 photos. And the Carroll Street Greenway, if anyone has bicycled on it, it's lovely. Much lovelier than my red dots. Alexander Street, my old pre-Carroll Street Greenway bicycle route. Awesome. And it's not showing my visits to the Alibi Room with Dave Shea. So that was a little bit of code that I wrote and a lot of camera phone photos. 3,700 of Gastown. If I move on, what's the color of Vancouver? We have amazing visualizer scientists here in the city of Vancouver. Martin Krasinski, BC Cancer Informatics Research, has an awesome color summarizer web service to get the average color of a photo, the average color of 21,000 Vancouver photos. Each dot represents the average color of one of my photos. And not surprisingly, the answer is gray. If I go to Gastown, 3,700 photos, still gray. If I go to the Olympics, still gray. So visualization and maps are cool, but of course, the photos are really what speak to. And of course, cool blurry is my second cool lesson that I've learned. Buses are beautiful. Poetry in motion. And of course, the SkyTrain, which is my pre-bicycling obsession. And finally, the blurriness on the streets of Gastown, which reflects the ambivalence that I felt the day of the Olympics opening. This was the rain. Remember the rain? Remember the ambivalence that some of us felt? So the third and final lesson is cool beauty. I actually have some good photos. So I love Save on Me. It's just a classical thing. This is 3 Gastown photos. I like to call this one, Through a Fence Blearily. The aftermath of 20 Olympics is that we have empty parking lots. And some cool but expensive remnants, and once again, ambivalence, I think. But there's always hope in Gastown. And to Leanne, this is for you, crochet bombing. Notice the juxtaposition of old, new, decay, and crochet bombing. This is sort of the end of my lightning tour from what I've learned from Create Coolness Constantly. Again, you can check out my public domain data sets and code at rolandtanglao.com/ccc and do what you will. Hopefully you'll make great art and you'll do it for good. And I would love help to create even more beautiful visualizations and take it to the next level. But I encourage you all to take the leap. Create coolness constantly, and the coolness will emerge for you and for others. Thanks.